Hello, welcome back to rollxplay, where we roll dice and play games. I'm bringing the mood down, guys, because usually I'm very high energy, very shouty. This time, it's going to be a nice and chilled session. We're going to be rolling some dice, playing some games, because we're rollxplay. That's what we do, that's who we are. Today, you have joined us for our Tuesday campaign, Threads of Chaos, Chapter 2, The Red Spiral. We have 3 players today. Arne unfortunately could not make it today. But what we're going to do is continue in his stead, as we always do. We try and we push on. So, with a slight little recap of what's been happening, the party has been in Israderna, trying to gather some information, also a bit of downtime as well whilst they're there. In knowing a influential figure that could help them, Alicio has reached out to their old teacher, an old friend of theirs, who can maybe help them in uncovering what is wrong with their patron, Aidan Hassar. Whilst on their way, both Alicio and Oberon head into the city, but meanwhile, Ulrin stays behind to question some things that have been happening with this demon that they have imprisoned, the Woe of Death. And Cal goes on a little side quest, a little adventure, down into a spooky hole, almost dies alongside Tuco, and is brought back by a massive fucking raven. So that is pretty much where we last left off. Now, with Alicio in the city of Israderna, he has been hiding away from his family, on the run, kind of trying to avoid them at all time possible, but curiosity got the best of them, and they began to look into the family home to see what had been going on. Seeing that there was something wrong with their sister, they had inquired with her directly to see what she's been doing and what's been happening. Their sister, not interested at all. Did not want to hear about it, did not want to see them, did not want to talk to them, and essentially tried to walk away. Heated argument ensued, and they left altogether, leaving Alicio just standing there alongside Oberon, watching as the cart drives away. But after that heated discussion, their mother watched on, and that is where we last left off. So, we are going to pick up right at that moment. The city streets are quite quiet at the moment. It's about lunchtime, so it's kind of died down at this point. So a lot of people are off the streets, finding their own businesses, doing whatever it may be. The carts you can still hear going off into the distance. Horse and cart, the wheels hitting against cobblestone streets, and the hooves of the horses just becoming clops in the distance. Meanwhile, the two of you are standing there alongside 2 city guards, and Alicio, you turned around to see your mother standing by the house, just seemingly approaching after having been away for quite a while. She stands there in silence. Now, if you could please describe to us, Robbie, what Alicio's mother looks like.
Kind of the same skin tone as Alicio, the same blue hair, styled to the side and then tied back in a bun. Very intricate outfit with blues and purples and a blue rose kind of tucked in her hair. An actual one. Jewelry, mostly like pearls. It seems to be very fashionable.
She, on the outset, looks very approachable, very outgoing. You can also see there are heavy lines on her face from smiling, from laughter. They are just almost permanent fixtures across her face. But she's not smiling here. In fact, she has a very sort of dour look. Her hands clutched in front of herself, wearing these pristine white gloves, and just rubbing them as she looks ahead with a confused sort of look, as if not sure what to do.
As soon as he sees that she saw the whole argument, he looks away, not wanting to look her in the eyes. Almost ashamed a little. Does she approach?
At the moment, she's processing all of it, so we'll kind of hold fire on there. I want to see what Oberon is doing. whilst this interaction's happening, or lack thereof.
Yeah, I mean, Oberon's smart enough to put two and two together, given the blue hair and all.
Yeah.
And seeing Alicio kind of turn away would maybe step a little bit, kind of around from where they were, kind of so that they're to Alicio's side, but maybe like a little bit in front, so they're kind of between the two of them. And would just do like whatever the like equivalent of like a polite head nod to whatever the equivalent gesture of like a nice to meet you, but this is kind of awkward.
I'm acknowledging your existence.
Yeah, like a nice to meet you. Sorry about this, but also like nod or like hand wave, whatever the appropriate thing is, and would just kind of look towards Alicio and just like wait to see what he is doing.
Okay. Well, you can see she notices the glance and the wave. She acknowledges it, but there is a tension in her mouth where she's pursed-lipped, but it kind of begins to open slightly. You can see a bit of the teeth underneath as she kind of drops some of her guard, looking towards Alicio, clearly concerned. You can roll an insight check as well if you want, Oberon.
Don't mind if I do. I'm not great at this, but let's see.
Don't mind if I do.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
It's too awkward. The energy's just... Just kind of getting it from both sides. You're not sure what to read. The wind just breezes past, and it's just silence on the wind.
Alicia's gonna approach slowly, but kind of trying to gauge her reaction as he's approaching.
Mm-hmm. As you approach, you'll see she begins to walk towards you as well, hesitant. Behind her, you can see a carriage just on the other side of the building where more bags are being brought by the servants of the house who are helping out and delivering some of the packages and whatever they had, the luggage, into the home. And they all freeze seeing this as well. Your disappearance as being the talk of the household, if not this entire neighborhood. So it is very evident that people are looking out of their windows, looking down. People have stopped in the streets if they have recognized you, seeing as a very notable figure here, Miss Riverblue, is kind of caught off guard. And as well, the verbal exchange was something to see as well, for those more nosy neighbors.
Privacy wing. And the people stood behind Alicio, staring, and a very angry glare. Well, fuck off.
She will begin to break the distance as well. It is a hesitant walk, but eventually the two of you are within 10 feet of each other. And she just continues to look at you and look down and look up.
Looks up at her.
She'll take off her gloves and places them in her side pocket. And she'll reach out for your hand.
You'll give it to her?
She'll hold it, place her fingers on top, and then squeeze with both, rubbing her thumbs on top of the back of your knuckles, kind of interlacing them one after the other. This kind of nervous back and forth, looking you over. She's almost not reading your palm, but she can see that they've seen more use recently than they have probably in a long time. She can see just by that alone what you've gone through, even though she has been looking in at previous instances, less so in recent time. And her fingers run down yours, and she just holds your hand. You can see a tear running down her face, but she smiles, even though she is clearly sad.
Okay. I'm not hurt.
Are you okay?
I am.
Shall we step inside, or are you leaving?
He looks around at all of the people watching. Maybe just for a moment.
She'll just hold your hand and walk with you into the house. Oberon, do you follow as well?
Oberon would stay like well back, but like within shouting distance, just in case.
Okay.
So like if they go inside and go into a room, Oberon would stand outside said room.
Okay. You walk to the house. Silence in the neighborhood, as it's only your feet that create any noise here. All of the onlookers are just gawking or staring. You hear some whispers, some murmurs, referring to the missing twin. And then eventually you walk up the stairs, passing all of the servants who have quite a few bags just left there on the staircase. And she just ignores them and heads inside with you, the door closing behind. A breath, finally, exhale. Oberon, you wait outside alongside the other servants as they're a bit kind of miffed on what to do next. One of their head servants just begins to round them up and gather the rest of the bags and tells them just to take 5 afterwards, as they just begin to pace around, just waiting for news from the mother of the house to either enter or act. But Alicio, you're in the house. The house is empty, as everyone who was in this home had gone out to help with the bags. So it is just the two of you now. She kind of lessens her grip on your hand. Where shall we sit in the kitchen and I can make you a tea?
He's gonna pull her into a hug first.
Her hands hold up against the back of your head. What's the height difference between Alicio and his mum? I'm assuming she's wearing like high heels as well, so.
And she's quite tall,
Yeah,
so probably
I
a
thought
head
so.
taller.
Okay. She just placed her chin on your head, and you can feel that kind of breath from her nose just breathing on top of you. Hand goes up, wipes more tears away. And she squeezes your shoulder and begins to walk to the kitchen.
Don't cry, please.
She looks back and smiles, and you see the tears continue to pour.
I'm just gonna pull out a little handkerchief and just hand it to her.
She begins to wipe the tears as a fire is started for the kettle to boil. Your mum is one of the most chatty, bubbly people that you know. She is caught off guard and clearly not in the right headspace.
I'm sorry if this was... I wanted to visit, but this was just a quick stop, and I thought just leaving that, but I saw Nasali and she... And Claudius mentioned some kind of war?
The kettle now begins to bubble and heat to where it is now whistling, and she simmers the flame and takes it off. Your sister has been fighting a lot, and so has your father. It has been a rough few months.
Why didn't you tell me? What's going on?
They are busy with their ambitions of Paylor. Quite a necessary fight. And luckily they are not alone, but...
Against who?
Well, your father would know more than me.
Have you been okay?
She pulls the tea.
He helps her pour the tea, but tries to get her attention. Just placing his hand on hers.
Your hand presses onto hers and she lingers on it, still looking at your hand, seeing how not scarred they are because you look after yourself, but there's bruising there that not all enchantments can stop. And knowing your physical abilities, you can see that she can clearly see these in effect. It doesn't matter about me. How are you?
I told you I'm fine. I'm doing fine.
Is Alicio lying? Or is he telling the truth?
He's physically doing fine. So in that sense, he's not lying,
But
I guess. But he's angry. But I don't know if that constitutes as not fine.
okay. She prepares the tea in the way you like it, the way you've always had it, and she sits there at the table with you. Again, there's not much in terms of conversation. It is quiet for the most part. She is worried to ask questions because she's unsure if she wants to know the answers to anything. Clearly, you've said that it's fine, but a mother's intuition knows that there's still stuff below the surface. Perhaps the physical side is, but there's still something deep down that's in trouble. And you can see she worries if she should ask the questions.
He looks at her as he sits down with the tea. I'll tell you if you want to know. But I don't want to see you sad.
Sadness is a part of life. We all have to experience it at some point. Whether it's loss, or happiness, or I am sad today, but I might not be tomorrow.
I just don't want to be the cause of it.
You cannot fix the world, my love. We just have to hope that the world can fix itself at some points. It does make me sad to see you and Natalia like this. And it makes me think what went wrong.
Oh, we haven't gotten along for a while now.
I remember when you were much younger, that never was the case. And even now, she tries to look for you when you were missing and had gone. She would spend days, weeks, months, scouting the cities, scouting the towns, trying to find you. But now that she found you, all there is rage behind her, right? I don't know.
Maybe it's all the fighting getting to her. She was always a bit hot-headed out of the two of us.
You'll have to speak up a little bit, Robbie.
Oh, sorry. She was always a bit more hot-headed out of the two of us.
She kind of looks up and raises a slight eyebrow.
At least when it comes to beating up things.
She smirks, and those heavy lines kind of now actually make sense, even though the smile is only momentary. So where are you now?
Good question. Technically, Bellevue.
Why there?
I'm not too happy about it either.
Are you happy?
I don't know. I think so.
I miss you, my love. I thought about you every day, as I do with Natalia.
I honestly didn't think she would care that much.
You know your sister, she shows things in different ways than most.
Yes, she also doesn't show a lot of things.
I know. I know. And you can see there's something she wants to say, but she doesn't say it.
Can I see if it was positive or negative what she wanted to say?
You can roll an insight check if you want to. And that's if you want to.
the fuck does that mean? I will, because I'm curious.
I guess you don't want to.
I guess not. Listen, I know you miss me, but I'm not going to stay.
You see her eyes now bloodshot, strained slightly. She looks up. I know. A tear drops down. Why would you ever want to come back?
I would want to come back to see you. But I want to come back and make you both proud of me. And not be a burden anymore to you guys. I wanted you to be proud of me for doing something. So Dad doesn't have to hide me away anymore.
She puts her hand up to your face and wipes away the tears. My love, we're ever so proud of you.
You are.
We both are. You are the miracle child, my love. We were there beside you every moment. We didn't know if you were going to make it. But you did. You were strong. You had your father's heart. You had my beautiful looks. She wipes away the tears. We are ever so proud of you. That is why we were so sad when you left.
Was Dad sad?
Of course he was. But just like Nasalia, he shows it in different ways.
I'm sorry, Mom, but
Your father can be very passionate.
that's one way to call it.
But don't cry. It's okay. I miss you lots. And I wish you were here by my side, but I know that was never always going to happen. I just worry about you.
I know. Do you know why I wanted to become a doctor?
She waits to hear your response.
When I was little, when all of it was happening, I wasn't really scared of dying. It was a possibility, and maybe it was childish. But I saw how scared you were, and how sad you were. And I never wanted to see that face again.
She grabs the handkerchief you gave her, wipes away more of her tears, hands it back to you, and she just kind of shakes. Well, then no more tears then. Okay?
Okay.
No more sadness. She gives you a
Thank
kiss
you,
on the
Melanie.
cheek.
Pulls her in a tight hug, and he stuffs his face in her shoulder.
Mm-hmm. In that tight embrace, you sit there for a moment. Oberon, You're outside. It's been 10 minutes, 15 minutes at this point. Is there anything that you wish to do?
Oberon wouldn't be listening, but would kind of open up the feeling senses just to kind
Sure.
of, you know,
Even though
keep
the
an eye on it
house
a little bit.
is empty, little life stems from it. You can see on a different spectrum all of the emotion that's coming out of it. Grief, loss, sadness, followed by a simple understanding, and a loving embrace can be felt through it. It's like a warm hug that you can feel from afar. And then you hear behind you, "Excuse me, sir. Could you please... What is it you're doing here?"
Oberon would just kind of like look down, just goes, "I'm Al's bodyguard," and just like looks back down.
Al? Who is Al?
Blue hair, pointy ears, this tall.
Not narrow it down in this household.
The twin.
Yeah, Alicia. And it just
You found
looks her
them.
directly in the eye.
You found them.
Does this person immediately on this shock, like, vibe check of this individual? Have I seen this individual? Like,
Sure. Roll a insight check.
all the servants and shit were outside and saw this, so
Yeah.
who is this individual that they are shocked? Fuck,
14.
damn it, never mind.
You see someone that doesn't really seem to blend in with the workers or the people of this household. You see someone that is dressed in sort of like a red, blue, and gold trimmed sort of outfit, with a sun symbol in the very center of it. This seems to be a priestly figure that has kind of looked up, and you can see their faces elated by the news. I must tell the father. And you see he begins to...
Oberon would just like hold out hand and goes, "No, why don't you stay a moment? I'd love to." Immediately racking my brain. What
Sure.
do I know about Taylor, and what would this guy want to talk to me about Taylor? Like, how do I tell me the good word this guy to stay religion?
Roll a persuasion check. Sorry, persuasion. You see, he kind of like goes, "He's currently 5 minutes away, but if you need to know word of Paylor and his light, of course I can tell you everything that you need to know. The sun beckons down."
Is like intently listening. Alicio, you get a mind link. Your dad's 5 minutes out, and it goes back to like intently asking, like, "Oh, and like, so if I do this, then blah blah blah." Like, is like.
Yes, it is called photosynthesis. You grow the crops quicker with the sun. Yes.
Ah, that's amazing. So like that's why at night like crops don't grow, and it's doing like the full
actually,
like.
You go through it all. Alicia, you hear the message in your mind.
Bonus action to piss myself. No, I'm kidding. Just like in the middle of a hug. Is Dad planning to be here soon?
Well, he came with me in the carriage. I thought he was outside. He probably went to the temple.
Oh.
Do you wish to leave?
Do you think he'd want to see me?
It is your choice.
I don't want you to see more arguments.
I can handle him. If you want to go, I'll understand.
Maybe like a quick hello and then you hold him back as I fly away?
You think that'll work?
Yeah?
She gives you a hug, and she'll just whisper, just go. It's fine. I know you want to.
You sure? Also, I'm sorry for causing a scene outside.
She just shakes her head.
Could you tell him about my name? And to stop putting the posters with that face and that name everywhere, please.
I'm
Perhaps.
sure Nessalia will be changing that very soon after the little outburst.
I didn't really get to tell her myself, so.
I'm sure I will hear about it later tomorrow. Go on.
All right.
Go.
It gives her one more hug.
She,
Love you, Mom.
one more sniff of your hair. I love you too. My little Alicio.
He lets go, and he's gonna hurry back to Oberon.
So, actually, it's not really. We don't pray to the sun. We pray to the idea of the sun and what it gives us, because the sun is a different entity altogether. And
Okay, shut up, and just like dragging Oberon.
I gotta find your dad.
Whoa, what's that? Is that my dad? And then he like runs away if he doesn't look.
Where? Oh, not again. You head off as fast as you can. Your mother just standing by the door, watching you as you run.
He waves.
And
Says she still looks sad.
would you like to roll an insight check? Or are you happy with the conversation that went?
I meant this reactively frowning sort of thing.
She said no more sad faces.
Just gives her a half smile and keeps running with Oberon.
Okay.
Yo, what the fuck, you guys? I did not expect to cry over. I didn't cry, but I was this close, this close. Like when Alicia went with on the whole "this is where I become a doctor" thing.
Oh, my heart. My
Can
heart.
you roll a stealth check?
Oh god, okay.
This gonna be bad.
Yeah.
Do
No,
my
no,
boots
don't
count
roll it.
in this?
Good, very
17.
nice.
That's not great for me.
Do my boots count for this?
Yeah, they would. Yeah.
Okay. Fuck! Oh
Um,
no.
Incredibly
Accurate.
mid rolls. Incredibly mid rolls, guys. Let's go.
Okay. You run down to the second layer, rushing through as fast as you can, one-track mind, focused on basically getting off this little island of a city. And as you're running down, it completely passes your mind that Palos Temple is about 10 blocks away. And you, thinking about that, look down, and down the road, in a busy street, you see your father standing there, talking with some of the people of the city. Serious face, not very smiley, greeting people, and it looks as though he's just returned from a long voyage. But his passive perception is higher than your stealth check. And
Yeah, we supposed to like 26 or some shit, probably.
he is always looking around and always present in the space he's in. And that flash of blue, you can't deny it. It's one of a kind, and he sees it. And for a moment, he thinks it's his other child. For a moment, he thinks it may be his wife. But then his expression holds, and he sees you. And this is in the moments as you're running towards the dockyards. What do you do?
Are we like essentially passing the street? It's not.
You are
parallel to us.
like hundreds of meters away. You see him just in the crowd by the temple, and he only sees you through the blue hair. And you are going down further away. This is just one of the streets that you're running past several in a row.
I think because it's a very quick moment, he just winces and then looks away and keeps running.
Okay. All right. You run, your heart beating faster after having seen him. For a moment, it felt like it stopped. But you find the boat with the little captain that was there, ready to go. Ha! I'm still here! And you jump on board.
Right, I'll give you another gold if you pedal as
No,
fast
we
as
need
you
the doctor.
can.
Is the doctor there? We need the doctor.
The doctor is there as well, yeah. He's been
Yeah.
sat
Okay.
in the boat, just kind of like twiddling his thumbs. Ah! He puts his hands up. You have arrived! And I told you they'd be here. You jump on, and he begins to row as fast as he can for that extra gold. You row back to the coastline, to where you were first picked up. As you're going and going and going, Alicio, you see your father back there. Not on the docks, but on the stairs leading down to it. Seemingly wanting perhaps one last look before you go completely. And then he turns his back and goes up.
He just looks back at him for a few moments and then also turns away.
Okay. Well, you just hear the guy rowing, row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. And he
Another
just
golden stop.
continues in silence. But you eventually arrive back at the estate. Just before you do, Cal,
Yeah.
you are... Things are just coming in and out. You feel this hot heat against the side of your face. It's warm. It's inviting. Your head kind of like flinches for a moment, and then it flinches again. It flinches even harder, and then you wake up, and you just see Coraline having slapped you across the face.
Ow, ow, ow. Stop, stop, stop. Why?
All right. He's awake. He's awake, everyone. He's not dead. He's not dead.
Okay. Why did you have to slap me that hard? Dad.
She kind of looks around at everyone else. They shrug. We tried everything we could, Richter says. Nothing was really working, so we just thought the old tried and true method of trying to wake you up with a slap.
Not every solution is violence.
Well, I don't know. You did nearly kill us, Cal.
No, the creepy forest nearly killed us. Ah, okay.
Coraline looks over confused. What do you mean by forest? Creepy forest?
So. I'm never going into the autumn part of this forest ever again, because I literally checked 2 holes and both of them were weird as fuck. One had a gun, and the other had a creepy nightmare forest right underneath it, and there was... The trees had faces, and they kept turning to something that was moving in the distance. I think it might have been like a moving mountain or something. And then we found like this tiniest slither, which did all the little like cuts that we have. And then we poked our head through, and there was a giant raven, and thankfully it didn't eat us. Wait, how? Whoa, it didn't eat us. Tuco, success!
Yay! Wait. Was it a success?
And he just looks at the two of you,
Yeah.
both bleeding profusely from the hundreds of cuts you've had.
That will heal. Nothing's like permanently broken, or you know. So it was a success.
This creepy forest that you're talking about.
Yes.
What sort of forest? Faces?
Oh,
Trees?
very.
You had me very intrigued.
Good. No clue. I just know that I didn't feel any energies down there. Like, none of my typical stuff was working. Tuco also couldn't do his magic. So it must have been some sort of, like, maybe not connected to the weave or something. That would be insane. Or, like, well, it also wasn't connected to anything primordial. Because I was like, okay, it's tree, so let's try and talk to it in primordial. Maybe it's sentient trees. It wasn't sentient trees. Even though I don't have that spell that allows you to talk to plants, even though I should probably look for someone to teach me that, because I think that would be very fun. Imagine being able to talk to plants. I'm sure they have so many interesting stories.
Richter at this point has walked away, just like, "Ugh, another one of these." Coraline still listens intently. Cal, follow me for a sec. Just...
Okay.
You're very eager. And she just begins to... Are you sure you're right? You got a lot of...
Is that a bad thing?
No, I don't think so, but you're a little bit hurt, I can see.
It's just scratches.
You're an interesting guy.
Yeah.
Well, as she takes you down opposite the small library that's in the estate, down the hallway, she stops at one of the framed paintings and gestures to the one where the mannequin dolls have been left in. These kind of like babushka dolls. And you see this brambled forest with the same sort of thin branches that look razor sharp. Did it look anything like this?
Yes! That is exactly what it looked like, except more faces.
She kind of leans in and just points around the stump of the tree. Like this one?
Yes! Wait, do you know where that is?
Oh,
Does that
well,
mean you know where we went?
I don't really understand what it is, but it's in the Shadowfell. I know that much for sure. The reason we've wanted to put these demons there is because this is an instance of time that is at the end of the world, and this place no one can really escape. So we've...
Well, there is a tunnel they can climb out of, so maybe let's not do that.
Okay, noted.
Like, we didn't try that because it looked dangerous as fuck. But, like, there is a tunnel.
Okay.
Sort of.
Well, I don't think anyone lives on this side, so there ain't gonna be anyone making tunnels, that's for sure.
Okay.
She kind of stares at you. Well, I guess I could tell you something about it. But you have to promise me never go back or try to go through this painting. Either one, okay? Because I get in big trouble.
Okay.
And as
Yeah.
curious as I am to see what happens if someone were to get involved in this sort of thing, I don't really want to lose more friends. So, um, don't go back. Like ever.
No, it was more of an accident, really. It wasn't 100% planned. It just looked like a weird hole. I didn't think it would be like that kind of hole, so
Okay.
I won't be doing that again.
Well, have you heard of the stories of the Mad King's sons? Have you heard that one before?
I'm trying to think if Kel has. The Everlight has come up, obviously. But has he been referenced as one of the Mad King's sons? Would Kel know that? Why not? There was that ship with a star trapped inside or something, which I think was the Everlight or something. Is that one of the sons?
Yeah, that's right. There's three. So you have Ruin, there's Calorak, and there's Everlight. And there are three that were made from the god of madness. And well, this trio decided to arrive into this world and try to establish themselves among the gods. The gods didn't take that too lightly, so they just kind of forgot about them for the most part.
Oh.
But they made good friends with an individual there, a spokesperson, a person who was dedicated and the face of all the gods. His name was Eruthias. And, well, something kind of didn't go quite right over there. Something had happened in the Shadowfell where Eruthias didn't come back, and the rest of those three did. Now, the gods weren't happy about that because their spokesperson was gone, disappeared. The sword and shield of what they stood for, completely gone. And thus, those three had taken a slight different look by the gods. But it's what happened in that Shadowfell that is the interesting part about this story. Not about the three, but about this man, this angel, this divine figure. Something within the Shadowfell, described in a similar fashion to what we see here depicted in this lovely drawn photo, is a place of darkness, a place of temptation, somewhere where everything and nothing is all together at once. And it's said that this man had found his way lost there, with nowhere else to go. But he was angered. He was angered by the betrayal that the gods had bestowed upon him. He was angry. He'd been left behind. Something had changed within him. He had succumbed to the darkness that was this forest and had gained a hatred for divinity, for the gods. He made it his sole duty to eradicate them, to get his vengeance back. So what did he do? He climbed out of that pit, dragged his way through this forest, and walked all the way to the celestial plane Elzora. And when he was there, none of the gods could ever truly stand. Ruin, one of the sons of this mad god, had described it as a disappearance. All of these gods, Mardin, Sahanin, Karlon, all of them, stood within a chamber, and as soon as that man walked through those doors, they disappeared altogether.
I just.
As if they were banished. As if their existence in this world was nothing. But guess who still stood? Those three brothers.
Plot twist.
Well, they aren't originally divinities, so I can see why. But He wanted his revenge, so he attacked the three brothers, and one by one they fell. But eventually, stopped the man and imprisoned him altogether. As soon as
That's
he was imprisoned and disappeared, all of the gods returned, being none the wiser of what happened. That power, that ability to cut off divinity altogether, is in that forest.
Oh yeah, that's what it felt like.
Yeah. That's why your magic didn't work. That's why your senses were being scrambled. It causes confusion. And anything of divine origin doesn't stand a chance. And that's why we want to place these demons in there.
Right. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
But Cal, you were there, so you've got to be really careful next time, because you don't want to be going into that place.
No, like I said, once was more than enough. Also, it was more, again, it was an accident. I doubt I'll stumble across a hole again. I couldn't even pinpoint. Cal thinks for a second, realizes he could very much pinpoint where the hole was, goes, I could never. I don't know where the hole was, so. No way I'm getting back there.
If you do, good luck. And let me know.
I won't. At least not alone.
Well, you've always got me if you wish to go together. I don't like it when you raise your eyebrow like that.
Well, when you say it like that, when you make an offer like that, I'm gonna remember that you said that. Maybe I'll, maybe once we've dealt with the next, demon or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. Or maybe not, because it was very scary. And I think if we hadn't managed that lucky climb of managing to break through the, canopy, I'm pretty sure we would have died. So,
Would have been fun, though. Bit of a
no, I
thrill.
would have been dead.
What's wrong with that?
With being dead.
Yeah.
Well, I quite like my life, so, I would enjoy living it.
Why is that always a response with everyone? And she just shakes her head. Live a little, have fun. Don't be worried about death.
No, I definitely am. Yeah. Also, I think it's important to have a healthy dose of being afraid of death, because if you're not afraid of death, then you're just... Well, you can just do anything, really. Without being afraid of the ultimate consequence, or whatever you want to call it.
She shrugs.
If I wasn't afraid of death, I'd just, grab me right now and be like, let's jump down the hole again, because this sounds really interesting, but I am very afraid of death. So I'm not going to do it right now. Maybe with better preparation.
And she just shrugs.
I'll let you know.
Okay.
Okay.
And she will saunter away, leaving you to your hundreds of cuts, still somewhat bleeding out. Someone has tried to put little band-aids all across your body, but some of them have fallen off.
I'm gonna sleep it off. It's fine.
Fuck's sake. Short rest, long rest, fucking no consequence.
Maybe at least bandage yourself up before you lay in your bed.
Nah, dripping all over the floor.
It's just like a ketchup packet, just fucking everywhere.
Oh Jesus. Now I'm gonna
Look to your pet, bro.
Cal's probably going to take a bath, just clean all the wounds and yeah.
All right.
And take care of them himself a bit.
Is there anything that Alicia and Oberon wish to say before they arrive back at the estate, whilst they have a little bit of privacy? There's still people there with you. The teacher is still there, kind of sat, twiddling his thumbs, and just kind of
I was gonna speak to the teacher so he's not caught off guard with the whole demon bullshit.
Okay.
How long is the row back across?
The row back across is about an hour, typically, but probably take this guy 45 minutes since he's going faster.
If I was gonna fly across that same distance, how long would it take me?
It would be quicker,
Like
for
full
sure.
sprint 120 move speed. Okay.
With your full-on speed without exhausting yourself, because you can't go at that speed constantly,
Yeah.
you'd probably get there within 15 minutes, 10 minutes. So you'd cut
Okay.
the time by, like, quite a bit. 3/4.
Oberon would kind of turn to Alicia and goes, "There's something I'm gonna try and pick up while we're in town. I've looked in Bellavere and they don't seem to have it, so I'll be right back." And then would kind of stand up, wings out, and whoosh, and go back towards the city. Basically, as soon as we're like a decent distance, and I see the figure Alicia seems to be looking at, like turn away and go back inside, and there's no one like directly watching. Oberon would just take off and go whoosh back
Okay.
towards the city.
All right.
Not suspicious at all.
The professor can, like, look side to side. Is this a normal occasion?
I think so, somewhat.
They are very nice. They seem very. The conversation was light, but it is always quite pleasant to meet to know people.
I'm glad you two befriended each other.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
We'll get there. They're very friendly. About this whole thing, looks to the guy rowing the boat. Is he like focused in on their conversation, or is he not?
He
Paying
is
attention.
sweating profusely.
He's just gonna like get get him to get a little closer, so there's still like a bit more distance between them and the driver. So I know it's not necessarily your domain, or maybe it is. I don't know what you got opinion on it, but my boss? Question mark? Has been experiencing moments of lapsed memories, like he doesn't remember. He just appears in different places. And he's old, but he's not like that old, I think. How old is he? Anyways, I don't think it's just due to age per se.
Well, I've studied many different anatomies. I've done field research. I've been to several different planes trying to uncover certain secrets. But what are the anomalies that I must deal with here? What should I expect?
You ever come across demons? Sorry.
Just like a grab of a tail and then pull it down.
Just like did this.
Demons. No, I have dealt with devils. I have dealt with angels in the past, but no, not demons. Will I be examining a demon? Aha. Okay, this is new territory for me.
Okay, but it's a peculiar situation.
Well, it is a demon. So
There's to it as well.
there are more complications than just a demon.
Yeah. There was some switching of bodies sort of deal.
Well, I can see why you could not write all of this in a letter.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, the letter was not relating to it. This was quite a recent thing, literally today.
So not worry. We will figure it out as we get there.
Thank you for being calm about this and helping out.
The internal struggle is truly to be hidden. But talking of struggles, did you speak to your mother?
With bloodshot eyes, yep.
And were you able to leave it on good terms?
Yes.
Excellent. Then I will not probe you any further. It is not my business. You may tell me if you need an open ear, but as for now, if you are happy, I am happy. Let us stay focused at the task at hand and exercise examine this demon of yours, transmuted demon.
Thank you again.
Good,
We should be
good.
there soon. I should also warn you the house does teleport.
Why does that not surprise me?
There's a lot of strange things in there, so try not to think too deeply about it.
He nods.
But again, it could be an interesting. So many different people in one space.
He kind of looks at you, looks back at the city. You have truly done a lot in 9 months since you've been gone.
Huh?
You have done a lot.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, it's not common that someone will come across a demon, nor is it common that you will arrive at a home that could teleport between spaces, so you have done a lot. Have you decided to write a thesis at all? Perhaps compile your findings?
Well, I've been writing everything down, but it does look kind of incoherent for now.
That can come later. That's fine. Write as much as you can now, before, time goes and the mind forgets. But I will be your first book purchaser if you ever do decide to publish your findings.
Thank you, that's very kind.
I would like the first edition, number 1, signed by
Well,
the author as well.
You'll probably get many manuscripts before we reach the book part, but I will make sure you get the first copy. And unless my mom asks, then I hope you understand she will have to get the.
Why does your mother deserve any of this? No, it is me. I helped you get here.
Well, she also hired you, so.
That is true. That is true. It's very true. He starts just going through his briefcase to see what else he's got, just forward thinking and prepare for what's to come. As the
Alicia shared some notes about Aiden.
Okay. Gargoyle? Interesting. And he just kind of looks through it. I will need to have a duty items then. My tools. Do you have a chisel at the house?
Maybe?
Or a drill? It's a small hand drill.
There's fucking hand drills in this universe.
Yeah, there will be, because Oberon uses tons of shit.
I'm sure Olren has tools you need. Though
Perfect.
preferably we do not open them up.
Well, you never know. We might need to delve inside if something is an issue.
Okay. Well, there is also a person who can kind of literally delve into people's minds, so. Or you can delve into his mind. I'm not really sure how it works. None of them really explain. They just do things and it irritates me to no end that they never explain how they do it.
He just nods along, still thinking about how he's going to crack into a stone. As you're beginning to grow closer and closer to the estate, we'll jump over to Oberon. Oberon, you take flight, heading back into the city. I assume you're looking for a tavern or something?
Yes.
Okay.
I
you roll?
will
Go on.
kind of go and then land, like hiding in plain sight kind of thing, just kind of wander around, looking for taverns or like anywhere that would seem like a meeting place, kind of, dropping down, walking around a bit, taking off, flying a little bit, dropping back down, just, kind of going around.
Okay.
It's like having a quick look, but
Sure.
because like they know that we theoretically have to leave like soonish, but it's still like trying to take a good look.
Because it is around lunchtime, you can see that the taverns are starting to get busy. The inns are busier. So you try and find one that will probably have enough people for you to do some reconnaissance, to ask around. And you find one which is seemingly manned, or at least built purposely for the guards of the city. You see at the very top of it, it says the quiet front watering hole. And you can see armor kind of shelving outside where weapon and shields and helmets and any sort of piece of chain link armor is left here and guarded by several sort of people just standing around and waiting. But guards enter, leave their stuff here, and then go inside. You can see that it is busy in there and that there are plenty of people around, as well as a small sort of stage where a light performance is being played with an accordion, someone kind of going back and forth, just playing it along with a kind of jaunty ditty. But you can smell it's quite... People are on the drink already in the afternoon. It's one of those sorts of places. Is that where you'd like to go? Or would you like to find somewhere else?
Would kind of does it seem like everyone has to leave their stuff, or like the guards just have a lot of gear on so they leave it here, kind of signal?
You see that any sort of weaponry sort of stuff is left here outside of the door. Most people will leave their weapons. Pieces of armor, some people don't bother to take it off because they're wearing like something that might take them an hour to doff, so they just kind of walk in and just go, fuck it, I'll just keep it on. So there are people in uniform still, but most of the weapons, they're left here.
Okay. I would kind of tuck the frost blade, down underneath one of the racks, kind of hide it, do the you're at a club and trying to hide your gear so no one will steal it without paying for coat check, just like shove it under the...
You do see there are other enchanted items here. It's not just like your own weapon has some value or worth to it. Yeah, I understand. Okay. You enter through the front door. You can see there are turnstile tables around at different instances, people sat around them. There are actually two bars located at this place, one at the far end, one on the left-hand side. One is kind of like a almost short interim mix of like a tavern, but like a quick sort of fast food area, but there's a few drinks there still for sale. And you can see people are bouncing between the two, grabbing food or drink. This place is mainly a drinks bar. But you can see the tables are busy, and there is that performer kind of on stage playing the accordion, dancing around, bouncing around. He's not really singing, but he's just kind of playing and doing a bit of a performance. They themselves seem to be elven in nature, and they are just kind of involved in the theatrics of it all. Sometimes when the accordion kind of gives off this longer sort of pause, he kind of stretches out his back and kind of follows behind and continues forward and rolls and does the rest of the quicker jaunts with a quicker movement of their steps. But it is quite lively. Is there anything that you're looking for in particular, or trying to find, or...
If it's a song Oberon recognizes, Oberon would kind of, do the little like, hey, good music kind of like as they kind of weave through the crowd and, just try and like enjoy the music, fit in. But is there like a bar manager or maybe like an area that looks like a backstage green room type of situation anywhere?
You'll see that there's... Between those two bar areas, there is a staircase that leads up to a second floor to where there is a balcony, sort of almost VIP space. It's not technically VIP because they don't have that sort of traffic here, but it is a private sort of dining space for if anyone wanted to kind of sit down and eat and watch the performance. No one pays extra for it, but it's just kind of this overhang spot. And since it's lunch, you see a couple of people dining up there as well, just kind of watching the performance from above. There's that. You've also got the bar manager moving back and forth between the two bars, just seeing if everything's all right, smiling, laughing, just kind of patting people on the back as they go past. He himself seems kind of like a tall, slender sort of gentleman, slick back hair, pointed ears. The face is kind of not covered in feathers, but you can see almost elements of like that kind of coloration of the markings that a bird would have. They are a shifter. Same as Cal in some regard. Different sort of hairstyle, slick back, black jet in color, just kind of moving around and very kind of quick and almost snobbily in some ways, but quite smiley as well, just moving between everyone. He's the tallest in the room, standing at about 8 to 9 foot tall. A lot of these people are around the 6 to 5 foot range. None of them are large creatures. So he does kind of stand out.
Would I know, like, are shifters reasonably rare?
In terms of the kind of race dynamic, shifters are more akin to creatures of the land. They were have been creatures that stem from primal energies mixed in with what would become like divine energies, because you have humanity that derived from the gods, and you had creatures of this land that kind of just sprouted out of the ground, to put it lightly. So you've kind of got an intermingle of those two. So they're a monstrous race, but not overly so. And they're quite common in Gavert and Vardem. Also a mix between the two states. Some of them in the higher sort of echelons of society, and some on the lower end. So they would have been on both sides of the conflict.
Okay. Would kind of move themselves in the path of the bar manager, and kind of just like, sit at the bar and like would order a drink, and at a moment that the like barkeep is passing by and goes, do you have a moment? I'm looking for a storyteller. I'm trying to compile this book and figured this would be the place to ask if he's been around this part of the continent.
You're looking for a storyteller?
Yeah, and then would give like a vague like, yeah, there's this story going around. I'm trying to figure out if it's like real or if it's like good for the book, and then would kind of show a half-finished manuscript of the kind of folklore, like Book of Fairy Tales kind of compilation that Oberon's been working on.
Sure.
Kind of just show, and goes, yeah, something about like Feywild and like vampires or like evil fairies or something. No one seems to know much about the guy.
Vampires, storyteller. This sounds quite the story. Well, first, what's your poison? And he gestures to all the drinks behind him.
Oberon would like look up at the wall, and pick like a very like the equivalent of like a slightly gay coffee order.
Sure.
Whatever the equivalent is that you can like make at what is basically a cop bar.
Their beer. Like, what?
You see, they look at you. I have just the thing. Give me 2 minutes and I'll bring it out for you. And he just saunters his way out, goes towards the other bar where the lunch and some coffee is being prepared. Just brings 2 alcoholic beverages with him as well. And he gestures to you. These as well? All right. And he starts concocting some sort of strange coffee cocktail. Espresso martini-esque, but slightly more caffeinated and less alcoholic. He prepares that in a long sort of style drink, brings it over to you, slides onto the counter. So, you're interested in storytellers. Well, luckily for you, this is kind of the place for all of them. We have revolutionaries here, we have rebellion starters, the people who fanned the flames, the spark that then ignited everything else. You'll find them here, for sure. If they are not here now, they have been, more recently. Anyone comes through here that wants to tell their story. Because everyone here wants to listen. We all have shared their plight. So of course this is the audience perfect for any rendition that they're wishing to peddle or sell or influence. Now, talking of a Fae don't tend to come around here too often. They come and go, but they tend to stick to the other continents, really. We have a bad history with Fae. We had a king not too long ago who, well, fucked everything up. So we try to avoid any Fae in the city. King Camille was his name. He was the one that instigated all of the, well, enslaving. We don't like using that word here, but it's true. But now he's gone. But because of that reason, Fae are scared to come here. That's why it was quite interesting to see that one satyr just arrive and spout his, well, what seemed to be honest truth, even how ludicrous it did sound. I still remember it. Harpily, he said, was his kingdom. A king stood proud and happy, fell by a tainted shadow. His wife followed soon after. A shame, really. Because if it is true, which I'm certain it is, and since you're asking as well, probably quite. A very sad story, where a lot of us applauded. In fact, some of them even stood beside him and followed him. It was a strange evening. I had a bar that was full of, and he gestures, many of the guards town that are here, the people that look after both the low and the top sector, and a third of them upped and left and followed him. I haven't seen them since, so whatever he said definitely worked. Now, why are you trying to find it? You're a devil.
Why?
Surely that's the opposite of what you'd want.
Oberon would kind of, through this whole thing, kind of be looking like, you know, up through their eyelashes a little bit at this guy.
Sure.
And, you know, but would just, you know, sip in the drink where he goes, well, you know, everyone in the city knows, and given a second chance, and tries to do with it what they will, and this is my, second try at it. So, trying to sort what's true from what's fake. The version I heard was a little different than what seems to have gotten told around here, so...
Well, let's hear it. What's your plight? What happened with the first one, anyway? Didn't quite
Tried.
work out.
Didn't. Just sometimes it's better to take a fresh stab at it, new perspective, different approach.
Well, interesting. Some people think that all that progress will get wasted, but no. There's something in a fresh start.
Different
I think
set of
you're on the
eyes.
right paths. I think you've got it nailed. But why are you interested in it, though? That's what I'm trying to understand. What's the story about breaking free and standing out on your own to fight against oppression? Why does that hit so close to home for you?
I think it's a story for everyone. Anyone who's struggled against something, or maybe not quite realized they should have been fighting for something, missed the chance, just trying again.
We all deserve a second chance, or a third, or a fourth. There's no need to end it at 2. We all believe that here. Roll a persuasion check.
What is the vibes on this guy?
27. You see him kind of nodding along, and kind of just acknowledging the entire conversation. He definitely seems quite focused. There are other people that begin to approach and ask for an order from him, but the other bartenders kind of take the orders and he just focuses on you. Fascinating stuff. I'm Ekin, by the way.
Oberon.
Lovely to meet you, Oberon. And he just kind of shakes your hand. I'm assuming you're not in the city for long. This is the first time I've seen you in this city.
Unfortunately, no. I was helping out a friend, but they're gotta be getting back. Figured I'd ask around. Seems like the type of place the owner of the story might have come to. Worth a shot.
He will take the drink that you finished. By the way, that would be 5 silver pieces.
Would fish out and hand over the money.
Okay. You hand him over. He pockets it. And here's your change. And he slides back, no currency, but instead a card. Looks like a playing card.
I would pick it up. Would I kind of recognize what these kind of symbols, like this kind of thing, is?
You can roll an
kind
Arcana
of pick
check
it up and just...
if you want to.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Actually, I have... guessing this thing does not have a sinister or tragic history.
Sinister or tragic? Definitely has a history.
Okay. I only asked because of this, which
Yeah, I
is brand
understand.
new. Yeah.
So it'll be something that you touch. Well, you can roll a history check as well then.
Arcana.
You have advantage, it says, on the history check.
Okay, let me roll it again then.
Every time.
I think that's the worst history checks I've rolled ever in this campaign.
So you begin to go through the card. As your fingers touch it, you can see that it's magical. It's enchanted. There's something behind it. You flip the card over and you can see what looks like the Ace of Hearts. But the rendition, the kind of filigraphy that's around it is all intertwined in this almost red ribbon that just continues and goes around the border and edging the entire thing. Meanwhile, the heart itself has this holographic element to it that when you twist it to the side, the heart in the middle represents a harp, one that you recognize as being from your home kingdom. Picking it up though, and having that moment of like focus where your mind is transcended to the history of this item, you can see the commissioning of it. You see it being crafted and created by an enchanter, placed together, and you see it's not the only one. There are quite a few that are made, an entire deck full of these cards. Only the hearts, no other sort of clubs, spades, nothing, just the heart. An entire deck is constructed, and you can see the final etchings made to create the enchantment in full. And the deck is then handed over to a place where music is being created. I say created because you can see what looks like a man who is driven by a loss, a heartache of himself. A satyr man, tall, with this kind of long sort of braided hair that comes back into a twisted ponytail. But you can see clearly tears running down his face, writing and holding a violin by his side as he's seemingly creating some sort of song to create. You can hear the lyrics involved, and it's very reminiscent of the stories that you've heard. And for Helen, you see your uncle just there picking up the deck, looks over, thanks a lot, and tucks it away. And he carries it with him wherever he goes. The Arcana check, by looking at these, at this singular card that you have, it looks like it can duplicate as a 1. You can create an offspring of this card. So as he hands it to you and you pick it up, 1 card is left behind on the table. So 1 becomes 2, and he drags back the original card and places it in his pocket. The copy that you now have solidifies and is created as a fully formed item. You assume that you can do this again and pass it on and create another copy. It's something to be spread. In terms of the card itself, it seems to have other magics tied into it, but at the moment, you're not too sure of what they are.
Oberon would just kind of do a thank you kind of head nod and goes, beautiful illustrations.
Yes, well, it wasn't just the people here that were captivated by his songs. And he just kind of looks down at the card. Well, if you're looking for more information, if you're looking to help, that can guide you to wherever you need to be.
Would just give a little nod and goes, well, I'll probably be back in the city at some point. hopefully sooner rather than later. I'll look forward to seeing you then. And kind of turn around and make their way out. And at the door, kind of give a little wave, pick up the sword, and just very dramatically, directly in the door view, whoosh, straight off the ground.
He just gives you a wink before you fly off and head towards the estate. Now, as time goes on, you eventually all find yourselves in the estate proper. Oberon, you arrive. Cal, you are fully at your senses once again. Everyone has returned back to the estate. And we're going to have a quick break since we're about halfway through. So we're going to have a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back momentarily with some
Don't go
snacks. Please. So grab a drink, do whatever you need to do, and we'll be back and see you in a sec. Hello. Welcome back. You've joined us back for second part of our episode 6 of Threads of Chaos. We have just finished basically being in the city of Visredana, the home of both Alicio and Cal. Now, all of the party members, including the NPCs, have returned back at the estate to resolve their findings and to reunite after a day out and exploring the world by themselves. So, now that you have your companion here, Alicio, I assume you're slowly introducing them one by one or whatever to the people around. You see they kind of like introduce themselves in various methods. Go on, what were you going to say?
Oh yeah, I said pretty much, but also I feel like everyone would notice that Alicia is a bit out of sorts. Like hair a bit out of place, you know. Cheeks puffed up from the crying.
Mascara's running.
The
eyeliner has been smudged.
Upon being introduced to Alicia's friend, like, for a second, it's like, oh my god, one of Alicia's friends, hello. And then he notices Alicia's expression, and it's just like, what did you do? And it's now glaring at the newly introduced friend.
Hello, nice to meet you. So, where is the instigation? Okay.
Looks to Cal.
Carell was with him, I think. Or Oren was.
Okay.
Oren puts his hands
Where?
up. I left him upstairs. He hasn't moved from there.
From where exactly?
From the boardroom, the meeting area.
Got it. Thank you. We head up.
Okay.
Let's go.
You head upstairs to the second floor to find Aiden and Sar in that large dining room area where the preparations are met, the scrying orb is placed, and everything is kind of conducted from. He has been sat there, and as soon as you enter, you see he's just looking at the doorway, waiting for whoever is that's going to arrive. It's kind of daunting seeing just this gargoyle man just staring idly towards the doorway, and you see it does startle Claudius a little bit. Hello, sir. I am Claudius. I am a friend of Al's. I'm here to investigate some of the issues that you may be finding. Where should I go? Where should I be? Where is the best place to start this examination? Well, I prefer you being somewhere more suitable, more comfortable. So, is there some sort of bed that you reside in, or perhaps we can conduct the experiments there? He nods and kind of narrows his eyes towards Alicia a little bit. Experiments.
Just like enthusiastically nodding.
And he will basically make his way to one of the nearby bedrooms. He actually doesn't sleep or have a room to himself, not one that you've seen him walk in. He is awake throughout the day, throughout the night, he never rests. So you see him enter a room that isn't typically walked in. It seems to be quite a decadent room, the master perhaps, if not slightly smaller than the main bedroom of the house. And it is dark, it is not very lived in, and you see he placed himself on the large bed. The bed bows just from his weight alone as he just lays there, being a completely stone man with some heft behind him. You see lights are being illuminated. This is not a very sterile place, but
Open
never
it
matter.
up, start screening.
Yes, do that. He starts looking around. So, he looks around, sees everyone else present. Are you going to be here the entire time, or
Yes.
is this
In case
safety
something
for him, or?
Yes.
and you. Both.
Mostly you, honestly.
He nods. Then, where shall we begin? And he looks towards Aiden Asar laying there. You see him begin to take off the jacket he wears and places it onto the side, unders his shirt, and you can see his bare chest exposed. There is a place in his chest that you haven't really seen much of. It is a cracked statue for the most part that has been almost not glued together, but has tried to mend itself over the years. There's overlapping elements of the cracks, but they try to smooth over with something. But there are still cracks present. There is one place in particular where the crack is most prevalent, and that is in the very center of his chest, between his pecs going down to his sternum. It is just this large gap that's probably about that big, just running down. It is more of like a slit rather than like a massive hole. But that's just laying there in his chest. And you can see an element of color just shifting through it. It's kind of like a purplish black sort of shadow and bright color that just shifts and moves past. Basically what's underneath him is the only crack on his body that's fully formed and actually peers through the skin. He lays
Question.
there. Mm-hmm.
Is that something? Because when Cal was in the cellar, and I imagine he's been back there 1 or 2 times during the 6 months. Has he seen anything like that on the other statues, or is that a only Hazard thing?
On the other statues, you can roll a history check at advantage since you've been back and forth.
20.
On the other statues, you can see that they were on there. On all of the other statues that are present upstairs in the loft, every single one of them had that same indentation, except for the one that was painting. The individual that was painting was seemingly kind of like stuck there in place and drawing this image slowly over time, the original Aiden Asar. Doesn't seem to have that sort of wound in the center of their chest. But then again, they are clothed, so you can't really see underneath the clothing. All of the clothes and his entire body had turned to stone. But the others that you had seen up there, the other statues, they all were bare-chested. And you could see that slit down the center of their chest. Now, the difference between those ones and this one is that this one is a clear slit. Those ones are slightly more open.
Okay. Like someone opened it intentionally?
Like you could fit your fist through it.
That's very open. And did it look like it just naturally opened like that? Or like someone forced it open? Because you made this beautiful gesture.
Yeah. Do that again?
No, not like that.
Damn it, you were doing so well.
The crack that's within their chest is kind of a mix of the two.
Okay.
You can roll a nature check if you want to see like how they were formed. I think you have a. Is it a D4? Do you gain D4 to nature checks because of
That's
that
for
item?
foraging.
Okay.
No, that's for foraging only.
With a 17, it's different between the different statues. Some of them look smooth and as if like it's a natural curve and carving. Others look a little bit more forced, as though a harsh sort of indentation has been put through them to then reach within.
Cool. Cal's gonna keep that to himself for
Sure.
now.
Okay.
See if it becomes relevant.
You see the professor begins to look over and looks towards the wound. Now with his jacket off, you can actually see the two arms that he has. He's a four-armed gargoyle. The other two lay beneath the coat and are hidden away, holding on to these very sharp-looking scimitars that you've seen flourish at points. They are neatly tucked away and almost like a surprise attack if anyone were to get the upper hand against him. But he places those to the side with the jacket, wraps them around and places it to the side within view. But he just lays there, all four of his arms spread outwards, and just kind of lays there. You may do as you see fit, Professor. Right. Well, let us begin. And you see he begins to examine the crack in the sternum. This process will take a while. It's not going to happen quickly. So how long do you guys stay for? Do you stay for the entire process, or are you going to be doing other things? What's the plan?
Oberon would sit and watch. Just in case.
Sure.
Just in case something goes poorly.
Are you looking for anything in particular to happen? Are you expecting anything in particular?
Monitoring for changes in eye color.
Sure.
Kind of just offering to be an extra pair of hands if the good doctor needs anything. But yeah, mostly just keeping an eye on, like, is he about to go a bit funny? And would be watching the sentiment as well.
Okay.
Of the people in the room.
Sure, yeah.
Just in case.
Noted. Leonie?
Cal would want to draw Alicia out of the room at one point, just for a brief conversation. Not go too far, be in shouting distance, but he noticed how Alicia looked when he got back, and he wants to inquire.
What does he say to Alicia? As he's like going around cleaning, then handing whatever tools Marius needs. There.
Can we have a quick word outside?
Sure. Everything okay?
Yes, I am perfectly fine. Sort of not pushing because he knows Alicia isn't too fond of touch, but sort of herding Alicia out of the room. Being like, no, don't clean that right now. You can clean that in a second.
Just this one spot. Oh, okay.
Nope. And then once they're outside, he just sort of serious look. So you look like you had a day?
Do I? Just looks down at himself.
Yeah, no, your clothes look impeccable as always, but you look like you cried?
Checks in any kind of reflection where he can see his face. Ooh.
Yeah. So, are you alright? What happened in the city?
I ended up running into my sister and speaking to my mom. So
Well, first thing, look. Second thing, yay! What? ha- What did she say? Well, your mom, that is. I can't imagine what your sister might have said. But what did your mom say? How has she been?
sad.
Oh. Oh.
My my dad and sister seem to be focused on some war thing, which I still have no idea what's going on there. It's why I confronted her in the first place, because she seemed quite hurt. So there's not a lot of people at home, I guess.
Okay.
We ended on a good note. I think she understands. She worries, but every mother does, I suppose.
Mm. Still, it's nice that you got to see her, right? Both of them, I guess. Yeah.
My sister wasn't very keen on talking, so
Well, at least she didn't like try to arrest you.
if I was there physically when we first talked, then she probably might have.
Oh, well. Yeah, but like, you're alright now? Is there something you want to talk about? Because,
No,
that's a lot.
I mean, not at the moment. There's
Okay.
more pressing things at hand. Look
Yeah.
into
Yeah.
could I borrow your feather though?
Yeah, of course. No, not that pocket. There you go.
Thank you. Thank you for asking.
Of course.
You're a good friend,
And
Cal.
I'm trying.
Also, what
If
is
you
that I heard
do
about you and Tuko almost dying?
nothing,
Okay, it did seem quite nonsensical when
yeah,
Colin spoke about it. I thought it was a prank.
yeah.
Because, sometimes I take things too seriously, so people say stuff and I believe them, so. Do you think it was one of those?
No, no. Okay, there was a hole, and we climbed into it, and then there was a creepy forest, which Coraline thinks was a Shadowfell, and
We're
there
in the
was some sort of
Shadowfell?
anti. For a brief bit, yes, but that's not important. We found a way back by a giant raven. That was super cool. Even though I was high at the time. So, but not because I took anything, but because I accidentally touched
Cal.
Tuko. So,
Another time.
okay.
I'm just happy you're okay. Don't climb into holes, please.
I will consider doing that the next time. No, I will not do that the next. Yes,
Do
I
not
won't
climb
be
into
climbing.
creepy,
Yes, yes,
random holes that lead downwards into the Shadowfell.
I can do
Otherwise,
that.
I might need to talk to my dad next time. So.
Huh. Even though Caroline, she did say that if I wanted to go down there again, she'd join me. So that's a bit concerning.
Ew.
Yeah.
What do I know about the Shadowfell?
You can roll a history or religion
Considering
check.
Paylor is from there, kind of. Let's do history. 21.
There's a fair big presence of Palor priests in the Shadowfell. The main reason for it is because Palor's light is within that space. There is no sun in the Shadowfell that grows naturally. Instead, as a replacement for it, there is a blue sun that shines ever so bright, placed there by Palor in the absence of the Raven Queen, when she could not look over that realm when she disappeared for 1,000 years. As well, there is a persistence in the Shadowfell, which is the blues. There is this almost sad, almost omnipresent feeling of demotivation. It is a depression that just holds and lingers in the Shadowfell. Anyone who spends too long of a time feels their sentiment and their energy almost drained from them. It is the flip side of the Fey realm. The Fey realm was teething with sentiment. It is breathing it. It is creating it out of nothing. And the Shadowfell is the complete contrast. It is taking everything that has sentiment and sucks it dry. The only thing that stops it, or at least is a slight silver lining, is the blue light that shines from Palor. But even that isn't enough to fight back most of the bad ailments that come from being there. Everyone who lives in the Shadowfell has these sorts of worries. Their mental is almost dropped significantly, and the only thing that keeps them steady or on a constant level is the blues of the sun rays, or taking additional pills, but that is done by underhanded tactics and people trying to take advantage of their very poor situation. But it is a constant in the Shadowfell. As well, the Shadowfell is not only devoid of sentiment, it has people that live there, it has monsters that live there, as anyone else would, but what is the main focus of the Shadowfell is how it fights back the norms of reality. Things don't quite make sense there. Things don't follow the same pattern of logic that they should in other worlds. There is, for example, a phenomenon that is known as a blood rain. A blood rain, when it happens, is a scarlet red rain that just begins to pour over the land, and anything that it touches becomes almost paralyzed in time. Time seems to stop, or at least harden, the surfaces that this red rain touches. Rather than corrode, it seems to almost harden and keep it still. Yet there are some materials that will begin to burn away. There is just this nonsensical sort of thing that goes on here. And it's not readily accessible, but there are ways to get there. The darkest depths of perhaps a cave could lead into it. The realms overlap in all sorts of ways, so there are ways to get there.
Has my papa ever been there?
He would have been, yeah.
Puts one hand on Cal's shoulder. Do not go there.
Okay.
You
And if you do,
continue.
try to look for a paler priest. They should be able to help you out.
I think the place me and Tuko went wasn't really accessible to any priests, but if I ever go to like the normal areas of the Shadowfell, then I will remember that.
Since you rolled a 21 on your history, can you also roll a religion check? 19. Your father spent quite a long time in the Shadowfell. A lot of his youth was actually starting off there. Which has been almost joked about by your mother in absent conversations to why he is the way he is.
Okay.
Oh damn.
Makes sense. Yeah. My father spent a long time there. Not recommended.
Okay, I'll cancel that off my vacation plans. I wasn't planning on going on vacation there, but now I'm definitely not doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Even though the giant raven was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Right. I'm pretty sure you almost died, so let's not touch
Oh yeah,
that yet.
100%. I'll tell you all the details, like, when your friend is finished. Yeah, we should probably go back inside. Okay.
Goes back inside.
You aren't the only ones in this chamber. You also have Coraline there. You have Pietrgrana. Richter would not be there. He is still recovering downstairs, and he sees no reason for him to be present. He has nothing to add to what's happening. Mordorok is also there, and you most certainly have Kirill Shazad there, watching very curiously at what's happening next. For Oberon, you can sense the emotions in the room. Kirill is hard to read, as you've figured out. He has this shield that protects his mind from being read or his feelings kind of probed. But for the rest of the people, they're all fairly easy to read. Pietrgrana is what I'd say calculating the odds, looking at what's happening and weighing up the good and the bad. If this fails, you can see a bit of frustration. If this succeeds, you can see a bit of curiosity at what would happen next. Mordorok is kind of flipping between quite a few states. You see he is anticipating the worst and almost welcoming the worst. It's kind of going between the two. Very strange. Mordorok, as he's looking at this operation going on. And
Wasn't the guy a priest?
yeah, he is. Also, Coraline, you can see, is focused and nervous to a degree, but you can see she is teetering on the edge of ready to strike out if the wrong thing happens, because you can see there is a tension for her that if something goes wrong, that's it, and she wants to avoid that going wrong. So there's a lot on the line for Coraline in comparison to everyone else.
Fair enough.
But the operation is in process. Robbie, I'm going to ask you to roll on behalf of your professor.
So what the fuck is my professor actually doing, Max?
Well, he's going to be opening up the wound to see what he can find on the inside. There's nothing on the surface. There's nothing on the skin. There's nothing there to read. It's the essence that lays within. So he's beginning to open up as carefully as he can, whilst Aiden Sar is still conscious.
If Cal notices that his focus is very much on the crack, on what's inside the crack, he is going to just fill him in on the rough details of what is, in the cellar. Just mention that technically the person in front of them is one part of many, and the rest of them are in the cellar, have a similar crack, but are vaguely different. And aren't conscious, as far as he knows.
Okay.
As far as you know.
As you relay that information, you see he kind of takes a moment before going any deeper. Perhaps I shall examine those first to see the insides before I begin on this one. I will be back momentarily. And he'll begin to head off.
I can show you. I'm gonna show you.
Okay. Cal heads up with him.
And in the meantime, all this is on pause. He's gonna write with the letter. I'll send it to you, Max.
Yeah, sure. Whilst this is going on, you can see Coraline leaning down at the bed and looking at Aiden as he just turns his head and looks at her. And she begins to communicate with him non-verbally, so perhaps through his mind. You can see her expression is stern, but his expression doesn't change back. And then eventually he turns back and looks up in the same resting position he was in before. And she stands back and continues
What
to look
was
over.
she feeling as they were having that convo.
Roll an insight check.
I'm so bad at those.
18.
Oh.
You can see there was clearly a question that was posed to Aiden Hassar. And a response was given, and you could see that response kind of take effect. She shows elements of frustration, but an understanding one, as if she kind of felt that that was what the answer was going to be. She's not happy about it, though.
Okay.
And she stands back and
Sounds about right.
just watches. Cal, you head up to the other statues, showing him around. Ah, there are quite a few here. Let us examine this one. Quite a brutal entry point, seemingly forced. This one is hollow. There's nothing inside. Checks to the other one. This one is a clean entry point. Although it looks as though the stone has been shifted and moved. It is bigger than the one that we have in front of us with Aiden Hassar. But as well, empty. All of these are empty.
Well, that's not. I don't think they're supposed to be empty.
Well, there are no signs of anything here. Not like the patron of this home, which has clearly something rumblings inside. Is this something to be concerned about?
Well, he did sort of imply that he like he does things while he's not aware, right? What if it's someone else? Like, what if one of these that are missing something inside is actually inside him? Does that even make sense?
Not exactly, but I
Okay.
understand what you are trying to point out. I do not know. I can try and see if I perceive some sort of extra entity within, but we have yet to figure it out. Interesting that the stone can be shifted, though. Unsure the practice is there. I might have to... I have a theory.
Okay.
Let us return. And he heads down with you, back again. Returning back to Aiden Sar. Is it possible that I can borrow your hands for a moment? He looks up, and the two lower ones extend up. I will just be using them momentarily. It might be a bit more effective than tearing you apart with drills and saws. And he moves almost like an extension of his own hands over that wound. The pointed nails edging just the exterior of it. And he begins to pull the arms apart as if to spread the gap that's there, which it does. It moves like a parting that is like flesh. It's not hard, there's no stone, it just shifts and moves out of the way. And it opens up the cavity even further. And now all of you can see it fully. That swirling, almost chaotic energy of black and purple light just moving and shifting around with a heartbeat underneath it. It is stringy. It is like a tumor in its design, just manifested into vines and kind of stringed elements that connect and intertwine up and down the rest of the body, filling in this hollow shell of a statue. But it pumps like a heartbeat. The glow is enough to basically flood these soft orange lights that are illuminating by candles and lamps. It is all just a purple black within this space. For the first time, Oberon, you can finally sense sentiment. The hardened shell was hiding all of it, but now that it's fully on display, you can see it here, and you can feel the influence of that Fey figure just within, like a hot spot. Just pumping throughout.
Yeah. Oberon's just kind of leaned back a little bit, and just like with the amount of sentiment now radiating off Hazar, just kind of like drink it in a little bit, just like like recharging battery almost, just like breathe deeply.
It is a culmination of several feelings that you're feeling. It is every sort of spectrum just placed on top of you. It's like being almost drowned with how heavy it is, with how present it is, and how different each one of these feelings are coming across. It is just like an endless sea that keeps coming. It's the first time that you've had anything like this just constantly beaming on you. So it's a little bit overwhelming. And it does like kind of hurt a little bit. For those of you with it, the pendants that you have around your neck, they all glow.
I mean,
We've never done that in his vicinity, right?
Nope. But he's never been fully exposed in this way. So perhaps the stone hide was hiding all of it.
do we see anything else in this core, or is it just like the demonic?
You can roll
I still
either...
don't have sentiment.
No, yeah, sure. You can roll a investigation or medicine check.
26.
Nice.
With a 26, what are you looking for in particular?
Anything that looks like, best explains like a glitch in the system. Anything that could be causing these discrepancies in memory, like these fogs. Anything that seems out of order.
Okay.
Like, I know it's chaos, but still, I'm assuming there's a rhythm to it. So anything that seems off, or like it was in there, chucked in there.
Sure. Looking at it the best you can, there is a discordant pattern, I'll say. There's something about the pump of the heart that is guiding these purple lights to undulate and shift around the core. It's as though those lights in particular are almost elements of sentience that are just flooding throughout and just going up and down and passing throughout the body. They all almost like spread outwards across and then come back in towards where the heart is. The heart is clearly the main source. It is the center, the core of where everything else kind of functions. And it's also where you can feel that intensity, that power. You had felt this sort of influence before with the demons that you had faced, but it was a half demon that you faced. in your separate groups. This is a fully formed demon at the height of their power. You're seeing that here on full display. It is.
We know it's not supposed to be that, right? Like, we know he's supposed to be a fraction. So, this is fucked up. It's just difficult not to metagame. That's what this is.
With the 26, you can see that there are 9 lights that go through. You can see the professor kind of raises eyebrows. Fascinating. Truly fascinating. Kind of like shakes out of it. Still focused.
So the pumping was the like one weird thing, right, Tim? Like the rhythm of it?
The rhythm of the heartbeat seems to be sporadic. It's not a constant flow. It kind of like has a bit of a jolt to it. The repetition can be followed. It does have a sequencing to it, as long as nothing changes within the room.
Just what? Does it seem to react to like air? The thing.
As you ask the question, you can see people are beginning to walk over closer. Some are taking a step back, some are affected by the light, some others not. And as people move around, as there's tension in the air, you do see the heartbeat kind of change its pattern. And you can see that flow of light disperse and move, as though it's reacting to what's happening in the room as well.
I'm just gonna stop the people approaching for a second. Has it sped up when they approached? Or just changed?
It's just changed its rhythm.
Does it seem like the energies in that kind of choir that's coming off of is coming from like literally like multiple things?
It seems like it's coming from those individual lights.
Okay. Alicio just hear in his head, like slightly strained. You've probably already got this, but that's multiple things. That's not one entity. They've got separate feelings.
Remind me, does Alicia know he's supposed to be in pieces?
Well, Cal did just say it like 20 minutes ago.
Oh, you said it out loud, sorry.
Yeah, I told it to the doctor when you were in the room, so.
Gives a look to Hazar of...
You see he looks forward. There's no reaction.
Is it purple? Oh, no. Does he have big ass purple eyes right now?
He's just staring ahead.
In the one of the little. Are any of the little lights different?
Not that you can tell.
Are they all the same?
Not that you can tell.
That's concerning. I thought he was.
What?
Separated.
Separated? Why?
And he told us he did it himself?
No, he told he was created by a different demon. He and his siblings, I think he called them. And they were all created as these statues, parts of partially demon, or parts of an entire demon, essentially. If I remember correctly. It's been a while.
Obviously explains to Claudius.
Mm-hmm.
And the other parts are supposed to be in the fucking attic, but they were empty.
This might explain the memory lapses. I mean, if there's multiple parts of him and they're all separated.
Perhaps there is a shared consciousness that's happening here.
How independent are they from one another?
Well, they are following their own path. They seem to react to their own will. As to how or which one takes focus, that still isn't quite clear.
Then how do we get our one to have control?
You see Kirill step up. I could probably find it.
He gives a
I
slight
don't-
concerned look.
Alicia would just look up and goes, I think that's not a bad idea.
Okay. Are you sure you can do this in a stable way? Not cause anything?
A stable
Get
way.
damaged?
Define stable.
Not blow up anything, blow up anyone, destroy anyone sort of way.
You see Caroline look over. To not fucking kill him?
Yeah,
Maybe
what
try
she
not
said.
to be a monster?
Okay, not what she said. That was a bit far.
Kirill placed himself around the body next to where Alicia and the professor are diving in and taking a closer look. He looks up and down. Well, extracting them from here may be a slight chore. How about we go in?
Into his.
Oh, we should do that. I mean, that's a dangerous
That feels like
idea,
an
but
invasion of
that,
privacy too.
but that sounds kind of fun. And he did ask us to help him.
The only way we're going to truly find out which one is the correct one to pilot the body is to face them head on. To determine with our own eyes. We can look and guess, but we may get it wrong. And I don't want a demon walking around and aiding the enemy. I'd prefer to kill him in this state now. Get rid of him. But I won't.
Language.
I don't
Thank
think
you.
that's an option.
And I understand that. So this is the safest method that I can conjure.
Well, I think it's best we bring Coraline and Richter with us then. They know him best.
Piethgrana looks up.
At least our version.
As well
That does
as...
Okay. Okay, I don't know how many people we can bring.
But Alicia, what if
Not
he's
saying you can't. Just
Alicia, what if he's completely compromised? Should we actually bring Caroline? She is very not neutral in this. What,
But-
is that a good idea? Should we?
I look towards Coral. As she's in the room with us and can probably hear you.
I'm trying to be quiet.
You really think I'm compromised, Cal?
I mean, it sort of involves your dad, so yeah.
Aren't we all compromised?
Well, my dad's not involved, so.
But we all have biases, don't we? We want a certain result, right? Some of us want to get wishes granted, get everything we want. Some want to save the world, right? We all have a bias. Whether it be noble,
Right.
whether it be selfish. I just want to do something selfish for myself. What's wrong with that? I just want my
You
fucking
could get
dad
Okay,
back.
but what if it turns out that the entire Harzar, all of it is compromised?
Then you tell me this, Count.
What if we have to?
If you were in my boots, what would you do? If that was your father up there? What if this was the only chance that you had by diving in there and getting him out yourself? Am I that wrong for thinking this way? What about the rest of you, eh? Put yourselves in my
I don't-
boots. What would you do?
I'm not going. I can stay here with you.
I don't think I can deny you going in there. You have the right, so. And you know him the best. I don't know a lot about him. I don't think I have the confidence to say which is the Hazar we need.
I'm fine with you coming along. As long as you don't try and stop us if we have to do what's necessary.
And what's that
Because
gonna
we
be?
might have to. Well, we might have to tell that guy that he's actually allowed to murder the dude. If it turns out that he's compromising all of us, that he's compromising what we're trying to achieve, then he would want us to not let him do that.
She will kind of walk behind Corel. This guy? This guy, the one that has a demon trapped in his own mind and is torturing him every second, even as we speak? The guy that will do anything to avenge his dead family, his tribe that has gone completely extinct? You think this guy doesn't have any prejudice? You think he doesn't have anything involved? If you
What
think that
I
I'm a
think is
danger,
that he's currently doing as we ask him. He could have already killed him. He doesn't need to listen to us.
maybe he's bluffing. Maybe this is the only way he can
Maybe
actually
he
kill him.
is.
Coraline, if something happens to whatever is left of him in there, you shouldn't be there to see that. It's not fair on anyone to ask them to see that. I think you should stay out here.
You see, Piethrana will step up. I believe the opposite. I believe, Caroline, you should be in there to stand your own ground. As was mentioned, you know him better than anyone else. You'll be able to decipher which one is which if we do come across multiple versions of him. And I think you are also right about, as much as I commend you, Coriel, you are very dangerous. Ah, so we are at an impasse. Excellent. Well, I see that my work here is slightly done, but I can oversee everything as it's going in. Kind of puts his hands up. Kirill,
Thank you
go on.
for your help still.
Not a problem. I see that there is a bit of a tension as well. Kirill will speak up. Well, it sounds that we are going in. Who is joining me? Caroline? Who else?
Alicia will raise his hand.
L2.
Olrin will raise his hand. You'll see Piethrana raises a hand. Modoruk will raise his hand.
Can I battle that guy? I don't want that guy to come along.
We all won't be allowed.
What Oberon just sensed of him. I don't. I swear to God.
You see,
Can
they
we-
acknowledge. Yeah, go on.
Just have 5 minutes, please?
Who are you talking to?
Kirill.
Okay.
Just like, give us 5 minutes, dude.
He steps out.
Oh, I meant as in, like, give us 5 minutes to get ready, not like, get the fuck
Okay.
out of the room for
That's what I
5
thought you
minutes.
Give us 5 minutes.
Give us some privacy, dude. Stop
Get the
stalking
fuck out, Kirill. No.
Fuck off.
You're not invited to the cool kids
You
club.
insect-looking motherfucker. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, wait. No racism. As it like everyone's getting ready and getting their things, because I'm assuming not everyone was equipped fully.
Yeah.
He's gonna pull Caroline aside, like somewhere a bit more private. Can I talk to you?
Sure.
I know it's your father. And you might not like what you see when you go in there. Not as in he might be a bad person or something, but it might get ugly. And I don't expect you to react in a rational way. Most people don't. But what do you want me to do if you start to feel like you're losing your cool?
I've prepared for this moment for most of my life. I saw my dad turn to stone, and I've been with him every single day, every moment. When that day happened, I didn't think I'd ever get him back. So even if there's a chance that I can get him back, I've already forgiven, and I've already forgotten. I'm not gonna get everyone else hurt. That's not what he would want. I'm doing this so none of us, you nor me, get left behind by him. Alicio, he doesn't give a fuck about us. Kirill's here for one thing. That's it.
I know. I'm not particularly fond of people who torture others for fun. It's quite the antithesis of what I do. But I don't care about him. I care about you and how I can help you. If things get out of hand. If
We'll handle it. It's fine. We don't need to talk about it.
I still think we should. You're angry at him. I know from personal experience, anger doesn't just go away if you ignore it. It bubbles up, and it's gonna explode one day. None might not be today, but it also might be. And you have the right to be angry at him, don't get me wrong. If somebody talked that way about my mom, I'd be pretty pissed. I'd probably fight them. So you're quite handling quite well, actually, but
If he acts untoward, I know how to subdue him.
oh, okay, that's terrifying.
If I end up doing the wrong thing, and for some reason I need to be put down, put me down. I've accepted
Okay, well,
my
I'll
fate.
knock you out. I won't kill you. I can't do that. But listen, after this, if it goes well, and let's hope it does, do you want to train together down in the basement?
One step
Just-
at a time.
Just to air out the anger?
You
I
got
don't
it.
show it, but my sister pissed me the fuck off, and I need a buddy, at least to not feel like an insane person down there. So, if not for you, for me at least.
All right. I can do that.
Thanks. Awkward pat on the shoulder.
And I will try to save all of you if worse comes to it. You didn't
Thank
deserve
you.
this. You didn't have a choice.
Yeah, I wanna talk to you about that whole writings on the wall thing.
Oh, he showed you that?
Yeah, I have some concerning theories
Yeah,
that
yeah, well,
we can discuss it later. Don't want to add on to your worries.
okay.
I'm sure he's proud of you. You're a good leader.
Shakes her head and just kind of like pushes you in. Okay, boss.
But I will never get the hang of this talking to people thing. I give up. Just goes back inside.
Reminder for every viewer that we currently have: her actual dad was a crime lord who
Yeah.
wanted
It's
to have
her
contact
dad, bro.
so he's
I
probably
don't.
fucking awful.
Legendary criminal. Aiden
Yeah,
Huston.
so he'd be
Yeah.
proud of her.
Legendary worldwide criminal,
Who literally
now
fucking
suspiciously painting in the
Maeve,
attic.
who, as far as we know, tortures people for
Man,
fun.
I'm trying to
contact
not
with.
get her to explode all of us. Okay, shut the fuck up.
I know. It was just very fun listening to that with context.
I know, but Alicio doesn't he wants to be like, hey man, I noticed some tension. Do you wanna fucking talk about it before you murder someone?
Okay. Well, you gather your things. Is there anything else you wish to do? Because Kirill will be ready to send whoever wants to in.
Oberon is not going,
Hmm.
but would ask Ulrin for the book. Basically saying that it's probably not a good idea to, if it's a powerful artifact, to take it in there with the
Okay.
demon.
Wait, does he have it on him? What did he do with it?
Well, it's like perma kind of
He like
strapped to his
ties it
chest,
to it. It's
isn't
like
it?
the One Ring. He's just carrying it with him wherever he goes.
Yeah.
Cool.
Um.
He's been doing that for 6 months.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll touch on that. We'll touch on that when he's here, because I don't want to make the decision for him. I could, but I don't want
Yeah.
to.
I don't think he's gonna give it to you. I don't think he's gonna do that.
No.
Unless you can speak
Oh,
some
Oh
sense
wait,
into
one
him.
thing.
In there.
Alicia fixes up his eyeliner before he goes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, actually, Cal has some
Yeah.
questions for Kirill.
Yeah. Go for
Well,
it.
2, honestly. So, like, us going into him, is that gonna be like when we went through your memories? space? Like, is he gonna be guiding us along, sort of? Because when we were in your, like, when we broke your curse, right, it was sort of we were traveling along what happened with you and the demons. So is that gonna be similar? Is that gonna be different? What do I expect?
I am unsure on what we're going to find, but what I can guarantee is that these are dormant consciences, so we will be delving into them in a similar aspect to how dreams would work. Yet we will be in their
Okay.
domain, where I will have no power.
And neither will we.
Neither will any of us.
Oh.
Great. Yay.
Meanwhile,
Hi.
for Oberon, this means that you could delve in at any point if you wanted to. So even if you're staying out, you could tap into it and join the party at any point. Since you have that way of working.
But I won't really have an idea or an ability to communicate with them while they're in there.
Depends on if their physical states stay or not. There hasn't been any mention of that.
Alright.
Because last time we just passed out.
Correct.
And our consciousness went into, the horse. Oh, okay.
It could be a similar process here. It's
Yeah.
unstated. Possibly Kirill doesn't know what the effects are going to be. It's not like he does this.
He's
every
just
time.
gonna fuck around and find out.
Question.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. If I did my deck and tarot deck thing now, would that carry over, or would it just be not?
What are you thinking of in particular? Let me know. What are you thinking?
Let me look. Where the fuck did I put it? Or is it in items? It's probably in items and not features then.
Because your deck is technically like an ability in the way that it works.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Oh, that's for spells, dang. I'm assuming we won't be able to cast spells inside there.
You're unsure.
Dang it.
We don't know shit.
Then I don't think it will be of much help. Never mind.
All right.
Never mind.
Is there anyone you'd like to bring with you into this space?
I think the less people we bring, the more controlled it's going to be, so... I'm already uncomfortable bringing the people we're bringing. There. We're not bringing Tuco!
As I said, imagine we lose him there. That guy's stuck forever.
First the Shadowfell, now this. No. Why the fuck am I in the demon's asshole?
My fault, so...
Tuco's had way too many adventures for one day. Do we know anyone who has experience in dreams?
Oberon?
Bullshit.
Well, you don't know about Oberon's.
Yeah, we don't know about
Literally.
I don't think
think
any of the... I don't think any of Life's Echo specialize in that area, so
None of them do.
No, really.
And we don't know
where's
anyone
Dane when you
at
need him?
Upstream. Where's Lily when you need her?
Neo, did I get a response? You don't have to
Oh,
say
you
what
sent
response is
it on the
Yeah, I did.
thing. Okay.
That was a bad wisdom save.
He was ghosting me, or
Yeah,
we'll
it
say
was a
it
really
holds for now.
bad
We'll
one.
send one later, maybe. What was the
Yeah,
saving
it's
throw
A
for,
really
Brooke?
bad. I was just like,
What was the saving throw for Brooke?
Oberon is having an internal conflict and just lost.
Oh no.
What?
Oh.
We're gonna come back to Oberon just having robbed the house and gone to join Lizille. This is fine.
Alicia's just gonna give Oberon the card with... What the fuck did I put on the card? Hold up. Oh.
What the fuck is on the card?
I forget what spell I put
I
there
know.
for a second. I do believe it was banishment. So just in case you can activate it.
Oberon would kind of go in and find Kirill and go and try and mind link with him again and goes,
He feels the knock at the
How are
door
you?
and will open.
And just say, how are you planning to navigate in there?
At first, you hear the...
Ignores it.
and then it just fades out into the background. We will be delving through the same sort of system that you are used to. Entering the consciousness via a network of dreams. It's not necessarily a dream, but it will be similar, following the same process.
Should I go?
Why are you asking me?
Oberon just kind of like raises an eyebrow in his direction. I can stay on this side just in case something happens, but I don't know if I should stay on this side just in case something happens.
Since we have a bit of privacy, where do your allegiances lie?
Good fucking question.
And don't worry, no other voices can hear us here.
Would just kind of look towards him on the ground. Oh, him on the bed? And just go, I know what the other thing in there is. And she's not gonna let go of him. Think Caroline definitely, but I don't know if it's smarter for me to go or not go. It's gonna be more difficult than you're wagering.
Roll a persuasion check.
Ooh.
At moments like this, we need to have a level head. We need eyes on both sides. Ones who know what the real danger is, and don't just walk around with their eyes closed. It may be best that you stay here. I will leave a pathway of breadcrumbs for you to follow, if you need to enter. But I believe our physical states will stay here, yet they will be in a state of limbo. Time will not pass for them, we'll be frozen. We will not be able to be interacted with. Cuts, bruises, damage, healing, nothing will work against us. But whatever happens in there, you will see. If we start dying, or blood starts pouring out from us, then you'll know that help is needed. Until then, watch over everything else.
I would also say to him, Oberon should not take that book in there.
He narrows his vision.
Would just look at him and goes, I don't care if you don't give it to me, but you should not take it in there.
Then where would it best go?
We'll just kind of look around the room. Who out here is staying?
Out in this room currently, you've got the professor. Apart from him,
Yes, give it to him.
Not the professor.
apart from him,
I mean,
no one in this
Richter is
room
staying,
active.
right?
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
other
Richter
people
is
that weren't
staying.
mentioned before, but they're not in this room. They're either outside or hanging around. Because the room is big,
I don't
but
think
it's
giving
not
Richter
overly
the
big.
book is good either.
There's no one who's staying who I could
Tuco,
who I would trust
hello.
with it.
Hell no.
I
Too
don't think we
dangerous.
should-
Hell
Too
no.
fucking dangerous.
I'm just going to write in my. Oh, I opened the wrong book. Oh, I'm rich.
That's not even what I meant, but now I'm afraid.
People out there, yeah, Richter's pretty much the only person that you feel comfortable with. There are other members of Life's Echo there. So there's
We
Morgana.
have entrusted. There's Morgana, even though we
Yeah,
can't 100%
I mean-
trust her.
Yeah, but
Meh.
to be honest, Morgana is at least real strong-willed.
True. And
Would
we
kind
also
of-
have entrusted Nebula with the 2 demon souls. We might as well entrust her with the book. But that would require you talking to Alicio, so
Yeah.
that's impossible.
Yeah.
Oberon would just kind of Oberon would just kind of look around and go, have to be someone strong-willed, maybe Morgana. Or give it to me and, kill me if I don't give it back.
I like that option.
No.
I don't. To specify, that was a joke.
No dying twice, please.
See to it. But you'll need to try and convince Ulrin. He has already been tempted by demons. Perhaps he won't be ill-fitted to carry the book any longer anyways.
Oberon would just kind of nod and then sit back down in the chair, just like, and kind of breathe deeply, like trying to soak in some of the energy so it's not so overwhelming, but
Yeah.
still it's like I'm sitting in the sun in 30-degree heat
Yeah.
and I can't tell if this is like great or if I'm gonna be real sunburned in the morning
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
expression.
It's quite heavy.
Like,
Um,
trying to use it as an opportunity to train the pulling it in element.
like a divining rod. We'll find out what Arne wishes to do with Ulrin next time. But until then, what we're going to do is, those of you who will be going in, you see Kirill gather you all together. You all stand around the bed, just that underglow of purple just washing over all of you. You all look to your left to see who's coming in, acknowledging those of you that are willing to put yourselves on the line for you don't even know what to expect. And you see Kirill grabs the air around, flings it to his right, interconnects with everyone here, and then filtered into that beating heart. And all of you find your consciousness just washed in that deep, dark purple as you all find yourselves entering into the core of Aiden Hassar. And that's where we're going to pick up next time to see how this turns out. We're doing a Honey, I Shrunk the Kids moment. Let's go. Let's see how this goes. Anatomy Park. Okay, now. It's going to get weird.
Did you expect us to do any of this?
No.
Like the last 3 to 4 sessions?
No. No. I thought that Aiden Hassar was going to walk out, honestly. I thought he was just going to leave. Instead, you've cornered him, and now we're doing this. So we'll see how this turns out. Very interesting to see, especially with who's going in. How many does that make you? So we have Alicio, we have Cal, we have Kirill, we have Coraline, and then we have 2 more from Life's Echo.
and
And
Ulrin.
maybe Ulrin, so that'll be 7. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see what turns out from that. interesting session. Very, very interesting. Yeah.
I don't like how much you're saying interesting. It
No.
makes me feel fear.
We're at a tipping point now. It's kind of like it can go super bad or super great.
Why would you say that? Now I'm worried.
It goes super bad.
It's
You're having about that mind fight with one of the demons.
yeah.
Well,
with
no,
nine
no, we're
consciousnesses.
about to have with 1/9 of nine.
No,
1/9.
no.
All of those fuckers are in there.
Yes.
They're all there.
Yeah, but technically we're gonna go like.
We don't
one
have
by
to
one,
fight
right?
them. We can be like,
Consider
hey,
they have more spots in the
Hey.
initiative order than you guys do, and that's not good.
No. that's
9v7,
not good.
let's go.
well, listen, we can be like, hey, girly pop, hi. Don't attack us, teehee. We're here to help. Want to play chess or something?
This is gonna be super strange.
Knowing you in dreams, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the thing
What
is,
do you mean?
You want to know what I mean? Check out Sunday Campaign, episode 50.
Don't. For your own sanity, do not.
there's shotguns
The best,
involved.
the
There's-
least worst. No, wait.
There's
The
riddling
least
octopi.
weird thing was the octopus.
Yeah.
The
Oh, hi.
the
Yeah.
least of the weird things was yes, and he had that voice, and he was still the least weird.
Yeah,
I
you
think
guys-
Ruji's comment sums it up well. Ah, whoa, not
Not
good.
Well, you guys are going in to fight the Demon of Wishes. So, I say fight
Yeah.
in like in an asterisk
Air
at the end of
quotes.
it. You know, Void Star. it's gonna get weird. I don't know what's gonna happen. Honestly, I feel like I'm just gonna rip it and tear and see what goes on.
Should have buried him. No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
No,
That is an
no, it's
option.
okay.
I mean, that was
Nah.
probably an option.
Yeah, probably.
But
really
sadly,
mean.
we're the good
Hey,
guys.
Coraline, don't mind. We're just gonna entomb your dad. Don't
Yeah.
worry about it.
Don't mind
Ah,
us.
shucks.
What's that?
Mind prison.
What's that meme called with the guy who's just like that? What's that meme called? There's a similar one.
I don't know. It's just.
Anyway,
shrug.
I'll find out. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed whatever happened here today, tears, angst, and fear, and laughs. If you enjoyed any of those, one of those four things, you don't need to enjoy all of them. It's fine. You're your own person. But we do this every week. Our Tuesday campaign is every week. Same time, same place, every time. We also have a campaign on Fridays as well, and Sundays. Sundays is connected to this world. Fridays is completely separate. So if you wanted something detached from all this drama, then go and see the Friday campaign.
Yeah, there's a different flavor of drama over
Different-
there.
Different flavor. Picante,
Yeah.
picante. Also, tomorrow we have our Wednesday chit chat thing. We haven't confirmed what we're going to be doing just yet, but we will be doing something. So join us live for that. If you're watching the live stream now, we'll be doing that at 8 o'clock GMT +1, same as always. Yeah, so busy week ahead. Busy
No,
week.
we're in +2 at this point. We're in +2. Don't listen to
No,
him.
no, we're in +1.
+2.
We're in +1.
No,
We are.
we're not.
It's changed.
Are we?
Yes.
No, but we changed.
Time zone.
It's
I
changed.
thought we changed the other way.
No. I think it's changed.
Then
back to
never
+1
mind. Don't
now.
listen to me.
Take care, Ruji. See you.
See you, Rudy. Okay,
OG.
bye.
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 Bye.